Life can shatter us piece by piece, but it's in our darkest moments that we find the strongest light, the light of hope, resilience, and healing. I'm Ozzie Stewart. You are not alone. Let's journey together from heartbreak to healing. Welcome. Welcome. Today I'm here not just to share my story, but to extend a hand to all the silent warriors, every parent, every child standing watch over a loved one. Together, we'll explore how our pain can blossom into hope. And I invite you into a most personal journey, honoring wherever you are along your path. A story that's not found in my book, Amen to Sweet Spots. In January 2013, my life shattered when my mother suffered a third stroke, spiraling into dementia and Alzheimer's. Those 22 trips from New York to Trinidad weren't merely logistics. They were profound moments of love and deep connection. If you've ever sat by a hospital bed, you know the ache of longing for one last moment, one more conversation. Just 2 months after losing her in 2016, days before Christmas, I received a call from a West Coast hospital. My son lay unrecognizable in the ER, grappling with severe health issues that tore through my heart. Issues of severe incontinence, schizophrenia, a brain tumor, and HIV fell apart. Memories of my friend Big Joe, at whose side I stayed to the end of his HIV crisis in the 80s, hit me hard. I feared I might lose my son too. But having been there before, I was ready to face this journey. Over the next 5 months, navigating dismissive doctors and a financial turmoil tested every fiber of my spirit. But alongside the dark moments, I clung to joyful memories, putting him into his first rollerblades, and then having to learn to keep up with him. Progress from that to playing roller soccer, blading down the hills of San Francisco, cycling. That fueled my love and determination for this only child of mine. I chose to discharge him to my care, defying doctor's orders. Upon hearing from them, we need to do a biopsy in the brain because we cannot tell what kind of mass it is. That, after almost weekly MRIs that caused my son to not want to live, followed by intense nights on suicide watch. Like many of you, I became both his advocate and his nurse. Every day, though, became a testament to belief and love. I prayed for healing and support. And then a friend created a support group to raise funds for me. And another angel called with a question, "How's your pocket?" And with that, I was enveloped by love and care, which allowed me the ease of mind to care for my son. I nourished him with supplements, homemade meals, and a regimented care routine, lifting this 32-year-old, 6'1", 160-pound child of mine gently into his wheelchair for fresh air and sunshine daily. Amidst the constant onslaughts of ugly things he spat at me from his schizophrenic mind. But in just 1.5 months, we saw miraculous signs of recovery. The incontinence and schizophrenia healed. The once life-threatening tumor shrank to a mere pea. And I was reassured by the specialist that had I allowed the biopsy, my son may never have been able to sit up again. By 2018, he transitioned from a wheelchair to walking with a cane on his own, and 2 years later received a negative HIV status. I know many of you bear unseen struggles and heartaches. This journey is not just mine. It reflects every caregiver, parent, and silent warrior, persevering despite the burden. Remember, you're not alone. In mid-2019, a personal health scare deepened my appreciation for life and those who brought me through this life. And there have been many, leading to the creation of On the Call, a podcast, and later a nonprofit dedicated to sharing resilience. With over 150 narratives told, we create a platform for healing, validation, and connection amidst our struggles. And that's on our Hard Issues segment. I understand how hard it can be to ask for help and to shift pain into purpose. It took me 9 years to voice my truth. So don't wait. Join our community. Subscribe to On the Call at On the Call Podcast 20. Let's build a courageous global network together. If you seek genuine transformation, inspiration, or healing, I would be honored to speak at your event. My promise to you is to show, not tell, what's possible when we face adversity together. And you get that support. My son's journey is one of hope and courage. He now embraces life fearlessly as a father. Reach out to me directly. If you'd like, at onthecallpodcast20@gmail.com. Let's ignite healing for ourselves and our communities and the world. The time for hope is now.